So, would you put yourself in the freezer and come back in 100 years?
No, because I think sometimes when your days are numbered, your days are numbered, and you gotta just appreciate when you're out, you're out. Do you know what I mean? Coming back is not going to help me right now. But that people would sometimes associate the body and mind as being one. When the mind's gone, you can keep refreezing that and thawing it and refreezing it. All you're going to get is like salmonella.
We don't want that.
And we don't want that.
What's on your nightstand?
So my nightstand. Nightstand. We have
little
on my table on the side.
yeah.
My lamp and my clock, and this panel that controls my house.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I kind of have this. I like kind of gadgets and stuff. So I have my whole home that you can sort of have a central device that you can do blinds and lights and.
That's cool.
So it's kind of cool when it works.
Well, are you watching that the whole night?
Huh?
I mean, I would be watching the damn thing the whole night.
Well, you kind
of. Since you have it, why not look at it?
Well, sometimes you're asleep. That comes into play, but you can do it on watch if you want. That's cool.
Okay. If you were a woman for one day, what would you do?
I wonder. What would I be doing for a whole day?
Don't tell me threesomes or something, because that's so overused.
You know what? I think if you're a woman for a day, you'd be just so like, you'd be like, what the fuck? What's going on down here? You'd just be fascinated by what's actually going on. That you'd probably spend most of the day just sort of just checking out what's going on. I think that was what you do. Those ones of I'd do this and I'd go out and do that. You've just gone from being a man to a woman. You don't care about anything else that's going on. You're checking yourself out. You're like, this is bizarre. So that's probably what I'd be doing.
Okay.
To be honest.
What's your biggest weakness?
Biggest weakness. If it's not women, then it's chocolate. If it's not chocolate, then it's some other vice. You know what? I think sometimes I focus my attention into things that are quite trivial, and I think when I should be looking at the big picture, because I'm a perfectionist like that. So if I had the ability to sometimes step back and not be so in the mix, I think I'd be able to make conscious decisions a lot better. So that's probably one of my weaknesses in the way.
Okay. Biggest strength?
I'm really confident right now, but not overtly confident where it becomes arrogant. I'm just like, with anything I do, I'm excessive anyway. So it's like, if I'm going to do this, let's do it. If I'm going to go into the studio and make a record, I'm focused. Forget all the, oh great, come on, let's go out clubbing, oh the girls. It's like, you know what, this is where I'm at right now, and this is what I must do. And I'm like that with anything. So, and I'm glad I'm like that, because I would never get anything done if I wasn't. And I wouldn't have done the first album. People were always saying, come on, let's go clubbing, let's go out. And I'm like, I've got to finish this record. And they're like, why are you finishing a record? You haven't even got an album. You haven't even got a record deal. What are you talking about? Just come out. And I'm like, and I had that focus of, if I don't do this, no one's going to do it for me. And when I sit here now and I think of those things, it makes me think, all right.
Yeah. Now, who's the most important person in your life?
You know, there's an unconditional love of your parents. I mean, my mum and my dad. But to be honest, there's not one in particular individual. I mean, my manager is incredible. He's been there for me from day one and has guided me through so many kind of like minefields of things that would have messed up my head, and he focused me into things. Albums where I wasn't even ready. I was like, I don't even want to do this right now. Just there's nonsense going on over here that's just taken all my attention, and it's taken me away from the creative. And he always brings me back. So my manager is amazing, and just my friends around me. They ground you, and you need that, because this industry is full of people talking nonsense and trying to tell you this, and that, and trying to use you for leverage and have ulterior motives. And you need people who tell you it straight. You know what, Craig? You're talking at your ass. You need to kind of like fix up, and you need that. And you see people in the media, and you wish that you could kind of grab people, shake people, say, "Come on, do you know what I mean? Fix up, because you've got so much talent. Let's make it happen." So I'm very lucky to have people around me like that.
That's good. That's very important. Cool. You're right. Your fondest memory?
To be honest, having my first #1 was an incredible feeling, because I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know how the first album was going to go, and when it was my manager who called me up and said, "Do you want the good or the bad news?" And I was like, "Well, give me the bad news." He goes, "Well, I mean, there was talk in the midweek that we were kind of quite high up." He goes, "Well, you're not #2." I was like, "Not #2?" He goes, "We must have slipped to #3, and it's all kind of gone wrong." He goes, "But you are #1 though." But it was one of those smiles that I could not get off my. I tried to refrain from smiling, because I was trying to be like, come on, be just composed. And I could not hold the smile back here. It was like, you just feel on top of the world, because you are. You feel like, you know what, right now, of everything that's going on in the charts right now, I am right up here. And it was just an amazing feeling. And I think from then, and then the album dropped and it did the same thing, and it was just this amazing surfboard that I was surfing on. So you look back and now I don't feel like I have to have that, because you've experienced it. But it is an incredible feeling, don't get me wrong. When you're a top boy at top of the charts, come on.
Cool.
I had a Distortion hier.
Was?
Bit distortion.
Also ich hatte eine Einstrahlung, keine Ahnung, auf einmal vor dem Manager.
Okay, it's just
Okay.
Was that a bit distortion as well? Really a bit of,
okay. When was the last time you laughed?
last time was actually yesterday when I was performing at the Mobos, and it was like we came off stage. A friend of mine, one of my close friends, was in the dressing room with us, and there was this whole sort of bowl of fruit, and there was like grapes, oranges, bananas, and there was like one banana in particular that had sort of fallen off the fruit plate. And you know when someone says the whole kind of thing of like slipping up on a banana skin? Fuck, if you could have seen what he did on not even a skin, on the whole banana, it was just like. And it was just the whole thing of seeing him slip, the banana, it was just like, this is classic. If I could have filmed this, it would have been... This was YouTube, like, it hits daily, like, millions of hits. And it's just the way his foot went and the angle of his body was all crooked, it was all wrong. That gave me a lot of laughter.
Last time you cried?
Last time I cried? Probably in a break. There was a breakup that I was having in a relationship that was really hard to get the words out and tell her, and it was quite an emotional one because I kind of really was into her, and there was kind of part of me that really loved her, and the other part was like, this is just not going to work, and I can try and fool myself for as long as I want, but I've got to come straight. So there was a few tears that came out. I will admit, I won't be like all tough and man about it. It was an emotional moment, but it was great. I mean, that was what the third album story goes. Songs like Don't Love You No More and all those kind of things were all very closely attached to that. So it was more of an emotional record because of those feelings I had. So that was the last time. Hopefully no more of that, those tears anymore.
Okay. And finish this sentence. My life is...
Great right now.
Cool. That's it.
Pleasure.
That's it. That's it. That's it.
Love your vibe,
That's
man.
it.
You're a good man. Thank you.
See you in November or something.
Absolutely.
When the record comes out, we can talk about it then.
Yeah, we'll do.
Because I haven't heard it yet.
We need to get you a copy of the record. You need to hear this.
I know.
You're I'll get you a copy of the record because if you ain't hearing the music, you can't talk about it.
I know. That's
Otherwise,
what
we're just talking.
No, it's on your desk. You just send
It's
it.
on my desk. It's on my desk.
Look at that, one step ahead.
See?
That's what I'm saying. That's
Things
efficiency.
happen.
That is efficiency. That's why it's like German-built cars. Efficient.
Yeah.
No breaking down.
Dream on.